Hello everyone, myself Abhishek Sharma from Proving CS. Now today, before I start my presentation, on behalf of entire team Provings, heartiest congratulations to all of you for clearing CS Executive, the most important and the crucial level of CS, and welcome to CS Professional. Now this CS Professional is the last serious examination of your life, because once you clear the CS professional level, a very promising future is waiting for all of you. So we are going to discuss this entire CS professional in detail, covering all the aspects so that you can take a very informed decision which is going to have a great bearing on your future. So before I start the presentation, let me give you a quick stage analysis that how anybody, whether me or anybody across India, can become CS. So there are 5 stages precisely: CSET, which we have already done; CS Executive, the most important and the crucial level, where the passing result is so low. You guys have successfully completed that thing. So again, it's a remarkable achievement, but we have to maintain, we have to keep the good work going and clear the last level also. So once you're clear with CS Executive, you reach to CS Professional level, and there you also have 22 months training. So 1 month EDP training and 21 months practical training. And once you are done with your 22 months training and CS professional exam, once you are successfully done with both the things, you reach to the last level, which is to be called as CLDP, which is Corporate Leadership Development Program. And once you are done with all these 5 level, you get your dream membership number, जिसके लिए इतनी मेहनत हो रही है. Now the institute, in this process, the institute has also introduced 1-day mandatory orientation program, where the representative of ICSI will guide you about the future prospects, about the opportunities what a student can have after becoming CS. Now if you ask any classes across the country who are teaching CS students that what extra you are providing, so it is something that all the classes are doing the teaching, but at Proving CS, we want to create value addition for each and every student, and therefore not only to provide you best of the coaching at all 3 level, we also help our CS professional appeared student to be placed in the top-notch companies and firms. So what we do, with my industry contact of more than 14 years, what we do, we send your resume to the top-notch companies and arrange your interviews, and then we don't interfere in the selection process, because we firmly believe at Provings that your selection should be purely based on your merit. Clear? Now what is the new training structure? Now this new training structure institute have introduced effective from 3rd February 2020, and the entire training structure is divided into 3 stages. The first is called Executive Development Program, and that a student have to do within 1 month after passing your CS Executive exam. Now this EDP have to be done in 2 phases, 15 days online and 15 days offline. Now currently at few centers and at few cities, the offline training have started, but in certain cities the EDP is currently going on completely online, and that's thing you have to check with your respective chapter of ICSI. Then after completing your EDP, the student have to undergo 21 months practical training. Now this is a very crucial point of your life, of your learning career, because in this 21 months you will get an on-job experience that how actually a company secretary function in the corporate or in the practicing CS firm. So this is going to be a deciding factor, that if you join an active company, if you join a good firm where you get a good exposure towards the functioning of CS, it is always going to have a very positive impact for your near future. Now so this training can be done in a practicing with a practicing CS firm, it can be done in a company, it can be done with a law firm, with some other institution who are fulfilling the criteria specified by ICSI. Now, once you are done with your EDP, once you are done with your 21 months training, and you have also successfully completed your CS professional exam, the last training which a student have to do is called CLDP, which is Corporate Leadership Development Program. Now, this training will be having a duration of minimum 30 days and a maximum 60 days. And once you are done with these 3 training, you will get your dream membership number. अब बहुत सारे बच्चे में से पूछते हैं कि सर क्या हमें प्रोफेशनल के साथ ट्रेनिंग करनी चाहिए या प्रोफेशनल के बाद ट्रेनिंग करनी चाहिए? टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, see, when you are going for your training, and if you're joining some good company or if you're joining some good firm, you will get a good exposure, but along with that, are you able to manage your studies? Now that's a very difficult task. And if you are doing some other courses like graduation, like LLB, managing 3 things together becomes a very difficult task for every student. So it is advisable that at least you appear for your CS professional exam, give your 100%, study well. You have already cleared the most important level, which is the executive level. Now give your 100%, in fact more effort, put more effort what you have done earlier, give your exam and then start your internship. Because in the corporate also, see, though you guys have cleared your executive, but whatever the knowledge, whatever the experience, the industry is looking from your side in terms of drafting skill, in terms of knowledge pertaining to the corporate restructuring transaction like merger, takeover, though you may not be having practical knowledge, but you need to have a theoretical understanding of the same, and these things are something that you are going to learn at professional level. So it is always advisable to give your 100%, do your entire preparation, appear for the exam and then start your training. Clear? Now, so what is the cutoff date for registration with ICSI for CS professional level? So if you are intend to give all 3 groups in December, the registration with ICSI have to be done by 31st of May. And if you intend to give only one module, your registration with ICSI have to be done by 31st of July. So a very important date that you have to remember, that last date for registration for CS Professional December 2022 exam is 31st of May, as I already said. And as we know, आप लोगों ने प्री एग्जामिनेशन टेस्ट दिया हुआ है एट एग्जीक्यूटिव लेवल, एंड द सेम प्री एग्जामिनेशन टेस्ट इज ऑल्सो देयर एट प्रोफेशनल लेवल. नाउ अब आप ऐसा सोच रहे होंगे कि यार प्रोफेशनल में प्री एग्जामिनेशन टेस्ट क्यों रखा है? सी द आंसर इज सिंपल. You have already cleared the most important level where the passing result was just 4 to 5%. तो कई बार क्या होता है कि बच्चे थोड़ा ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाते हैं and they don't study from the beginning and they think of studying at last, and where they fail. Institute don't want that to happen, and that's where they have kept the concept of pre-examination test so that you should study from the very beginning. So the pre-examination test कब तक complete करना है? You have to complete your pre-examination test for all subjects before submitting your examination form for December 22 exam, and that is 25th of September 2022, and your exam for December 22 attempt is going to start from 20th of December 2022. So these are a very important date which every student have to remember. Now, so what is the structure of CS professional level? Now at executive level you have 2 modules, but when you reach to the higher level, the most important level, the most crucial level, because this is going to be the last step before you get the designation of CS before your name. Now it is comprising of 3 modules, module 1, module 2 and module 3, and each modules are comprising of 3 subjects. Now out of these 9 subjects, there are 2 open book examination. So what is open book examination? ओपन बुक एग्जामिनेशन इज बेसिकली अ कॉन्सेप्ट जो कि दुनिया के बेस्ट 20 स्कूल्स में भी फॉलो किया जाता है, इंक्लूडिंग IIMs एंड ऑल दैट, जहां पे आपको बुक ले जाना अलाउ है. यू कैन कैरी एनी नंबर ऑफ बुक्स इन योर एग्जामिनेशन एक्सक्लूडिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट, and you can the question is being asked and you have to answer the thing, and for that you can always open the book. Now you must be thinking तो ये तो बहुत सिंपल है, तो आराम से कर लेंगे, बिना पढ़े ही चले जाएंगे. No, never do this mistake, because it is not something that you will going to get this direct question unless the destiny is absolutely in your favor, but it is always going to be case studies paper. 5-6 page की case study होती है, you have to study that thing, and that is where you have to understand the case is coming from which topic, the case is coming from which subject, so it is pertaining to which case law. So it is absolutely application of mind that have to be there. And to clear open book exam, you need a different skill altogether, and there are 2 open book examination, and out of that 2 there's one called elective subjects where the student have to opt out one subject. Now the most a lot of students ask me, sir कौन सा subject select करें? The most appropriate subject is IBC, insolvency and bankruptcy practice. Why so? उसका 2 reason है. एक, IBC practice is a growing practice in India. All the major law firms in the country, all the major consultancy firms are going towards this practice, so there is a huge prospects ahead in this practice. Second thing, from a student point of view, is that ये जो subject है ना, ये अपना जो paper 5 है, which is corporate restructuring, insolvency, liquidation, winding up, इसका extension है. So paper 5 के 2 part हैं, part 1 and part 2, and this part 2 is basically insolvency, liquidation and winding up, where you are going to understand the theoretical aspect, the provision knowledge with respect to IBC, and उसी की case study you are going to study in the elective subject called IBC. It is purely an extension of what you have already studied. So ये subject, if you opt IBC, it is going to reduce your workload to some extent. I will not say substantially because the portion itself is very vast, but it is going to help you because this is an extension of paper 5. Now, as I already said, that there is a mandatory pre-examination test for each paper before you appear for your main exam. Now, so which class to join? For the most important level, which is CS Professional, which class to join? Now I never talk about competition. What I am going to talk about is proving CS. How we are going to train you, how we are going to prepare you, how we are going to polish you so that you clear the most important level also with flying colors. Now, so what is the question there in the mind of every child when you are thinking of joining any professional classes? For any professional course, there are always 5 questions in the mind of every child. Now what are those 5 questions? It is faculties, the most important for every student point of view. Second, teaching model. Third, study material. Fourth, value added services. And fifth and the last is called fees. And to provide you a solution of all these things, here we are. So Provings give you a very comprehensive solution of all the things what you are looking for. Now, so I start with Team Provings. Now, it is a matter of great pride for me to say that Team Provings you can compare with any classes across the country. The kind of faculty we have, the kind of experience, the number of years of experience of teaching exclusively the CS student is something that is beyond comparison. I tell you who are the faculties going to teach you. I myself is going to be there. I'm a company secretary and a law graduate, and being in teaching for more than 15 years, and have also worked with big media houses like Radio Mirchi, with Times of India, with Deloitte. So also having an industry experience which is going to be very beneficial for the student, because this is the level where the student need to learn not only the theoretical aspect but also the practical application of the same. Then along with me, Sagar Madan sir is going to be there. He is a CS LLM CFA and being in teaching for more than 15 years, and he is a practicing lawyer, being in practice in Supreme Court for more than 18 years and being a partner in a Supreme Court law firm called Khare Legal. And I believe बच्चों आप ये खुद समझ सकते हैं कि अगर कोई बंदा लास्ट 18 ईयर्स से सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है एंड ही इज अ सीनियर पार्टनर ऑफ अ लॉ फर्म, अ वेरी लीडिंग लॉ फर्म, सो उस बंदे की नॉलेज बेस क्या होगा. एंड दिस इज समथिंग, check in any classes, do they have a resources who have worked with, who is practicing in Supreme Court, and of so that nature you'll get your answer. Then Hema ma'am is going to be there. She is a CS LLB and having specialization towards the law and being in teaching for more than 8 years, and she's a practicing company secretary currently. Then Rajesh Thakkar sir is there. He is a LLB, LLM, pursuing PhD in law. Now you can understand that he is developed a different level of specialization towards the law, and he is being teaching for more than 21 years, and currently he is heading a law college named Dandekar Law College, Palghar, and joined as a senior associate professor. Now, after that, Ashish Lohia sir is going to be there, a very young chap, being a chartered accountant by qualification and being in teaching for more than 5 years. Then Neeraj sir is going to be there. He is a chartered accountant by qualification and having specialization towards both direct taxation and indirect taxation, and being in teaching for more than 10 years. Then Tejas sir is going to be there. He is a CA intern by qualification and being in teaching for more than 22 years, having specialization towards strategic management, towards business environment, etc. Then Praveen sir is going to be there. He is a MBA finance by specialization, by qualification, and having specialization towards direct taxation and being in teaching for more than 12 years. So you can understand the kind of faculty what Province have. The average, remember students, the average teaching experience of faculties at Province is approximately 10 years. If you see, almost all the faculties are having teaching experience of more than 10 years, and that too teaching CS students. Clear? Now apart from having the best of the quality coaching, the best of the team, I can also tell you that who is going to teach you which subject, so that you can have a complete clarity. इतनी transparency आपको hardly कहीं मिलेगी. A majority of the classes gives you a list of the faculties कि ये 10 faculty हैं, कोई पढ़ाएंगी. But we at Province believe in complete transparency, and that's where I'm telling you who are the faculty going to teach which subject. So the drafting subject I'll be taking, then advanced taxation subject, which is comprising of direct taxation and indirect taxation. The subject is going to be taken by Neeraj sir and Praveen sir for direct taxation, and Neeraj sir and Ashish Lohia sir for indirect taxation. Then governance, which is going to be taken by Rajesh Thakkar sir. Risk management and compliance, Sagar Madan sir will be taking, and ethics, Tejas sir will be taking this subject. Then secretarial audit, compliance management and due diligence, Hema ma'am will be taking. Then corporate restructuring, one of the very important subject at professional level and for your future point of view also. So that subject me and Sagar Madan sir will be taking. Then resolution of corporate dispute, Sagar Madan sir will be taking. Then corporate funding and listing, which is an extension of SEBI, the security law, which you have already studied at executive level, an extension of the same I will be taking. And then there is something called multidisciplinary case study. Now अब ये subject क्या है? Now इस subject में ना around 8 chapters हैं, एंड हर एक चैप्टर इंडिपेंडेंट है, एंड दैट इज वेयर वो फैकल्टी जो उस चैप्टर की स्पेशलाइज है इज गोइंग टू टेक दैट पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर. And then there is something called elective, which what we are offering is insolvency and bankruptcy practice, is going to be taken by Sagar Madan sir. Now if you realize what we have done at Province, that हर एक सब्जेक्ट को एक या दो फैकल्टी है, and in one of the subject, because ethics is something that is what Tejas sir is having specialization, that's why in that subject being shared by 3 faculty. Otherwise the subject is being shared by 1 faculty or 2 faculty or a part of the subject. Why? Because when 1 faculty or 2 faculty teaches the subject, they can always relate the subject, they can always connect the chapter. But when a one subject is being taught by 5-6 faculties, all faculties are going haywire, which create only chaos and confusion in the mind of student. And that is where, see, what we believe in Province is that students should get the best of the coaching with 100% concept clarity. Now, so what teaching model we have? Now the teaching model what we follow at Province is comprising of face-to-face coaching and online coaching. Now the face-to-face coaching will be conducted at Borivali, Dadar and Mulund, and our online is being delivered in 2 modes. One is called live at home plus recorded. Second is recorded version, which is being delivered in the form of pen drive, and Google Drive. Clear? Now, so after almost wait of 2 years, the lockdown being imposed in March 20, and now we are currently in March 2022. It's almost 2 years now, and now I believe that face-to-face coaching is going to resume, and that's where we are launching the summer 22 batch, completely face-to-face batch, because I believe both the students and the teaching fraternity are actually waiting for the same. So the batch is going to start from March 10, and the completion date of the batch for all three modules taken together is 30th September. Lectures will be on all 7 days, and what is the timing is going to be, a tentative timing will be that for 4 weekdays the lecture is going to be from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. minimum 1, maximum 2 weekdays is going to be morning session, which is from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on holidays and vacation we are flexible in timing, basically prefer to have the morning session. Now what we have realized before COVID also, and आप लोगों ने भी इसको फेस किया होगा, those who are coming from Bombay and Thane jurisdiction, that Sunday को ना ट्रेन्स का बहुत इशू होता है. Now it is something that a mega block is always there. Trains are running so late. So only for the comfort of the student, on Sundays we are going to have live lecture. That is live at home. मतलब ऑनलाइन लेक्चर होगा आपका, लाइव एट होम लेक्चर होगा. द वे यू आर सिटिंग इन द क्लास सेम वे आपका लेक्चर होगा, बट ओनली ऑन संडे. Rest 6 days you have to come to the respective branches where you have taken the admission. Now all the lectures what is going to be delivered, a backup recording of the lecture shall be provided to all the students. Now ये recording will be uploaded on weekly basis, but on sometime because of technical issue there may be some delay, but on so the commitment what we are making, though we are going to upload that thing on weekly basis or before that, but it is going to be uploaded on fortnightly basis. And the timetable for the face-to-face batch is going to be provided on our website, which will be shared with all the students. And remember student, the backup recording जो आपको दिया जा रहा है, that will be available to all the students till the last date of exam for which you are registering with Proving CS, which means that till the last date of your December 2022 exam. And this backup recording you can always see on our application. So once you register with us, a batch code will be created, and there all the lectures backup will be provided, which a student can see any number of time till the last date of exam. Now understand students, ये बैकअप रिकॉर्डिंग लेक्चर का रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, इसलिए आपको डेली नहीं दे रहा हूं मैं आपको फोर्टनाइटली वीकली दे रहा हूं, सो दैट यू शुड हैव अ हैबिट ऑफ कंटिन्यूइंग टू कम टू द लेक्चर, बिकॉज दैट सिंसियरिटी आई वांट फ्रॉम यू. क्लियर? Now apart from face to face, we are also having a live at home batch, which means that say for example if there is a student out of Bombay, maybe a student from Kolkata, maybe a student from Delhi wants to join Proving CS, believing the faculty, believing the value added services we provide to the student, and believing the result what we delivered, that the student want to join us. Now that student cannot travel to Bombay, so but he want to join live batch. So for all the students who cannot come for face-to-face coaching, they can always join us for live at home batch. Again the batch is going to start from 10th of March, and the portion is going to complete by 30th of September. Now again for live at home batch, a complete timetable will be given to them. So the lectures on 4 weekdays will be in the evening, that is 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. and on minimum 1 and maximum 2 days the lectures will be in morning from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Sundays we prefer to keep the lectures flexible, preferably in the morning. Now understand students, if you have taken admission for live at home batch, then you will not be allowed to attend face-to-face lectures. Clear? Understand, our face-to-face is one product, live at home is another product, and recorded, that is Google Drive, is another product. All three are different products. So if you have taken lectures for live at home, you cannot attend face-to-face lectures with us. So you have to stick to the mode, you have to stick to the batch what you have taken. Again, for live at home batch, a complete detailed timetable will be provided, and the backup lecture will be also shared with you, which is going to be there on in the Provings app till the last date of the exam for which you have registered with us. Clear? Then we have a recorded batch, and under the recorded batch, what we have is basically the lectures will be provided in the form of only Google Drive. Remember students, recorded batch students, please remember the lectures is going to be provided to you in Google Drive mode, not pen drive mode. Okay, that is one very important thing. Second thing, now there are so many amendments have been made by the regulator in the laws. Precisely, for example, आप लोगों ने securities law पढ़ा है. Under that we have studied a chapter called, at executive level we have studied a chapter called delisting, that is in 2009. वो पूरी regulation repeal हो गई and नई regulation आ गई 2021 की. शेयर बेस्ड एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट, स्वेट इक्विटी शेयर, पूरी की पूरी रेगुलेशन रिपील हो गई और नई रेगुलेशन आ गई. ऐसे हर सब्जेक्ट में हुआ है. And that is where we don't believe in a philosophy of giving you the old recording and then the amendment. We believe in giving you the updated lecture so that आप वो lecture देखो और बस उसी lecture को देख के आप सीधे exam की preparation करो. आपके दिमाग में ये stress नहीं होना चाहिए कि यार इसके बाद कुछ amendment आएगा क्या. No, we don't believe in those things, and that's where the recorded batch students is going to get the same lecture which live at home students are getting. So it is basically a recording of the latest live at home batch, and that lectures will be recorded on daily basis. So once the batch start, we will doing the recording, then after doing the recording there will be editing and the encryption will be done, and then the lectures will be provided. So the lectures, remember Google Drive students, you will get the lectures effective from April 15th onwards, though we will definitely try to provide you the lectures from the first week of April, but on abundant caution, the date which I am committing on behalf of Team Provings, that you are going to get the lectures from mid of April, and all the lectures, so you'll get a number of lectures on the very first day so that you can start viewing the lecture, and thereafter the lecture will be provided on weekly basis, and all the lectures shall be uploaded and will be provided by 30th of September. Clear? Now, with respect to study material, now at Provings, we'll give you a very comprehensive yet precise study material which is absolutely sufficient for you to get flying colors in your exam. Now, for all the subjects except two subjects, one is open book subject which is called elective, that is IBC what we are going to teach, and second secretarial audit and due diligence which is chapter subject 4, or that is you can call paper 4. Now that is because that model being drafted very nicely by the institute. Except for these two subjects, you will get the complete notes from the classes which only you have to study. Clear? Now there may be few topics that you have to study from the module, तो आपको exactly highlight कराया जाएगा. In my subject तो मैंने notes में ही लिख दिया है कि आपको कौन कौन से topic module से पढ़ने हैं. Rest everything you are going to study from the notes only, which is complete in all respect. Clear? Once you study our notes, आप last 10 years का कोई भी question paper उठा के देख लो, एक भी question उसके बाहर का हो ही नहीं सकता. Clear? So you'll get a very comprehensive yet precise notes. Then value-added services. So what kind of value-added services we are going to provide? So for face-to-face batch and live at home batch, your chapter wise test series is going to start, and that will take place on every Sunday effective from April 24th. And it is not only the test we are taking, test is going to be followed by digital test evaluation, whereby आपको ये पता चलेगा कि आपने जो टेस्ट में लिखा है वो कितना सही है, उसमें क्या मिस्टेक किया है आपने, और उसमें क्या इम्प्रोवाइजेशन करने की जरूरत है. एंड देन इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस ऑफ each test is going to be provided by the respective faculty. So few of the faculties is going to discuss the test in the session, few will provide you the detailed solution. So everything will be done so that you should know that what mistakes you have done, so that should not be repeated in future. Clear? Now, apart from every Sunday test, now a lot of students ask me that sir हम लोग को और test paper चाहिए for our preparation. We really appreciate the same, and that's where we are going to provide you additional test paper with in-depth analysis for your own preparation and practice. Now understand, trust me students, आप सिर्फ प्रोविंग्स की टेस्ट सीरीज के साथ अपनी पढ़ाई करोगे ना, मतलब आपको खुद की प्लानिंग नहीं करनी है, पर्टिकुलरली द फेस टू फेस बैच स्टूडेंट्स एंड लाइव एट होम बैच स्टूडेंट्स, आप खुद की कोई प्लानिंग मत करो, आप सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो, ठीक है। हम आपको पूरा पढ़ाते जाएंगे, आप साथ में पढ़ते चलो एंड सिर्फ हमारी टेस्ट सीरीज को फॉलो करो। By the time the batch will get over, your entire chapter will get over and you will get a different level of confidence because your preparation is also at par with the classes. Clear? Then after the entire batch is over, we are going to have a prelims, which is basically comprising of entire subject, and that is in line of ICSI exam paper. And the prelims date has also been determined beforehand and is going to start in the month of November, from 10th November to 20th November, followed by digital test evaluation and in-depth analysis for each paper. Now we will also provide to each our student, whether being live at home, face to face or recorded batch student, the detailed exam analysis paper for all the exam papers starting from June 19 exam onwards, and that too will be provided on our application as well as on our YouTube channel, complimentary for every student. Clear? Then the doubt solving session. Now this is very crucial for the recorded batch students because live at home and face to face के बच्चे तो क्लास में डाउट पूछ लेते हैं, but for recorded batch student, now their major concern is that they will get the recording, but what about their doubt? Don't worry at all, we are going to have a weekly doubt solving session for your subject on Zoom application, and उस डाउट सॉल्विंग सेशन में हम लोग कौन से चैप्टर के डाउट डिस्कस करेंगे, किस सब्जेक्ट के डाउट डिस्कस करेंगे, दैट विल बी इन्फॉर्म टू ऑल ऑफ यू 7 days in advance. Then we also provide a lot of value-added services like ABC analysis. अभी ABC analysis क्या है? Now ABC analysis is basically a weightage analysis of each chapter and each subject of CS professional level. Why so? Why it is required? See, professional का portion बहुत vast है और time कम है. We have to study everything, but at the same time we have to do the smart work, and that is where we need to know how to prioritize the subject. Which chapter should be studied first, which should be studied at last, at the time of revision also, which chapter should be revised first and which should be revised subsequently. The ABC analysis is going to help you in this thing a lot, because ABC में category A chapters are the most important chapters, category B chapters are the average important chapter, and category C chapter are less important chapter. Then apart from that, we have a amendment session whereby all the lecture what is going to provide it to you is as of date amended, all the notes are as of date amended, but if any major amendment happen which is required, we are going to have a separate amendment session for the same, and that amendment session will be in line of ICSI requirement. Then we are also going to guide you in the answering technique, that how you need to present the answer, particularly in the open book, that how you should find the solution of the answer, how you should present the answer. Now a guidance will be provided for answering the question, and the last is learning guidance. As I said that आप सिर्फ प्रोविंग्स की टेस्ट सीरीज को फॉलो करो, religiously follow karo, and trust me, those who have followed the test series properly, they have got the amazing result. And आपको इसका live example बताता हूँ. See, we are teaching CS Professional for quite a long time. I have already shared the experience and the faculties who is going to teach you. I myself been teaching in CS Professional for last 14 years. But at Provings, December 21 exam was our first CS Professional exam, and we have given all these valued services to each and every student right from the beginning. And iska result kya hai? It being a matter of pride for me to tell you that Neelam, in our very first batch of CS Professional at Provings, though we are teaching CS Professional student for almost 14 years, but at Provings, December 21 was our first batch of CS Professional, and in the very first batch itself, Neelam got AIR 5. एंड भाविका गॉट AIR 6. एंड ये जो बच्चे हैं इन्होंने एक भी टेस्ट मिस नहीं किया, बिकॉज वी हैव अ डिजिटल टेस्ट इवैल्यूएशन सिस्टम वेयर वी कैन कम्स टू नो दैट किस बच्चे ने टेस्ट दिया है, उसका कितना मार्क्स आया है, किन एरियाज में इम्प्रोवाइजेशन करने की जरूरत है, एवरीथिंग. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, you can be the next all India ranker. Apart from the professional level, our student Shubham got AIR 3 at CS executive level, and these are the real prides for us. And trust me, if you also follow the things which we are going to tell you, you can be the next AIR. And I believe हम सब AIR बनना चाहते हैं. It is just that you need a right guidance. Clear? But apart from that, though the faculties are unmatchable, their qualification, their teaching experience, their skill, everything is beyond expectation. We are going to provide you the best of valued services, what you have never thought of also. The notes which we are going to provide to you is so comprehensive yet precise that it becomes very simple for you to revise the things even one day before the examination. Despite of that, if you face any problem with respect to timetable, study material, test series, doubt solving, prelims, portion completion, paper analysis checking, or any valid complaint, you need not to go here and there being in panic, create chaos, nothing required. Your single point contact is going to be Praveen sir, who is a CEO of Proving CS, and we have a dedicated number. My humble request, don't message him on his personal number because he is also being occupied throughout the day in the lectures. So we have a dedicated student helpline number, the number being given there, who is going to be headed by a particular staff, and that staff is going to function directly under Praveen sir, so that your all type of complaint will be resolved within 2 days. Clear? Now the fee structure. Now we have a very special fee structure for CS Professional December 22 batch. Now, as I told you that we have a 3 product. One is face-to-face coaching, second is live at home, and third is recorded, that is Google Drive. So our fees for all 3 module is going to be 30,000 for all 3 product. Our fees for 2 modules is going to be 25,000, and our fees for 1 module is going to be 15,000. And we also have a merit recognition, whereby if you have secured all India rank at executive level, you will get a very discounted fees at professional level. So we give the benefit based on the merit. Clear? So AIR 1 to AIR 3, their CS professional fees is going to be 11,000. For AIR 4 to AIR 10, their CS professional fees is going to be 15,000, and for AIR 11 to AIR 25, the CS professional fees is going to be 20,000. And this special fee structure basically is available for those students who are taking all 3 module with us. Okay. Second thing, आपको करना क्या? If you have secured all India rank, what you have to do? You have to do nothing. Just submit your scorecard. You just need to submit your result and the all India rank list where your name being highlighted, and you will get the benefit. Clear? Now, how the fees is going to be paid? For non-Google Drive student, which means that we are talking about face-to-face students and live at home student, you have a benefit of paying the fees by installment. But for Google Drive student, you have to pay the fees in one shot only. So at the time of admission, you can pay 10,000. 1 month after the first installment is going to be due after 1 month, so again you have to pay 10,000, and second installment is going to be of 10,000, which means that you can pay the fees in 3 installments. Clear? So 1 is at the time of admission and 2 more installments. Clear? So this is how the fees is going to be paid. Now, अब आपके दिमाग में ऐसा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, you may have been informed that a lot of classes are charging fees, say 12,000 for CS Professional, 14,000, 15,000, 18,000. So आप वहाँ जाके inquire करोगे, they will say कि okay, Province is charging 30,000, we are charging 14,000, we are charging 12,000, 15,000. Please students, understand one thing. when a student take admission at professional level, fees is always the last criteria. What should be your criteria of deciding a class? Your criteria should be three aspects should be basically considered by every student for taking decision that which class to join. First, आपको वहाँ कौन पढ़ाने वाला है? What are the faculties? Who are the faculties going to teach you? What kind of experience they have? How many years of experience they have? You can check with your senior. Instead of asking from the class, check with a senior. They can guide you more appropriately. So faculties are the most important person. Ask any classes that do they have any person who is a practicing Supreme Court lawyer for last 18 years? Do they have any person who is coming from Big Four, the largest CA firm across the world, being in working in the industry for more than 10 years? Ask them. You will get your answer. They may simply tell you that these are the things not required. But why they are saying so? Because they don't have a resource like what we have at Provings. Because बच्चों एक चीज समझो, at professional level it is not only the theoretical knowledge, it is the practical knowledge which also counts a lot. Second thing, see and ask in any class what kind of value addition they are providing for. Are they giving you ABC analysis? Are they giving you the weekly test series, in-depth analysis, separate doubt solving session, prelims, amendment session? Are they putting that much amount of effort on you? Are they providing you a learning guidance, the study plan? You'll get the answer. And the third, after putting so much effort, what is the result? Now these effort cumulatively have created a result for us, which I have just shown to you, that AIR 5 and AIR 6, and it makes me feel so proud that for December 21, in the very first attempt of CS Professional by Provings, we have the highest number of ranker in CS Professional across Bombay. So this is something that should be your deciding criteria, and that's my request to all of you. Save your career, not the fees. Your 5,000, 6,000 may be a short-term gain for you, but the long-term loss what you are going to get if you don't get a right guidance is something that is going to be there for the lifetime. So I don't want you to lose anything just for a mere benefit of 5,000-6,000. Get the best coaching, not the discounted coaching. So discounted coaching will be offered by those who are offering discounted prices. देखो बच्चों एक चीज याद रखना, आप लाइफ में ना मर्सिडीज खरीदना चाहते हो, करेक्ट? आप खुद से पूछो, क्या आप नैनो खरीदना चाहते हो? नहीं, आप मर्सिडीज खरीदना चाहते हो. क्या प्राइस डिफरेंस है दोनों में? यस. तो अगर आप लाइफ में मर्सिडीज खरीदना चाहते हो तो आपको क्वालिटी भी वही मिलेगी. You will get substandard quality at discounted prices, but at Provings I can assure you that you will get the best of the coaching which you have never imagined of. Clear? So with this, these are our contact details, so you can always reach to us, and the prospectus, the detailed prospectus is going to be attached in the description below, so you can download the same and get all the information also. So with this, on behalf of entire team Provings, thank you so much for giving your valuable time, and see you in professional lectures.